Okay, so what we've got here is a one-player Necromunda game setup using my existing gang from the Games Workshop Edinburgh campaign and a gang which I created up using my Warcry models. Most of their skills are about hiding and, because they don't have any guns, getting into close combat. As you can see in the middle of the board, there is something which is called an Ambull. I am using the rules for an Ambot for this one, but upping the movement and let it make crawl through terrain as a basic action. And those two little guys, I'm using the caveated rules for them. This is how I'm set up before turn 1, and I'll come back after, just before the beginning of turn 2. Okay, so here we are at the end of turn 1. You can see that this guy here, who infiltrated to be very close, tried to charge in against those guys, failed his charge, and then got charged by both of them. All his teammates have moved up. The Ambull has not actually spotted the bad guys, that's just the random direction he moved in, but very likely he's going to see them next turn. Now, they're right next to some electricity stuff, so they might get stuck in that. These guys are all still quite well hidden, just kind of creeping up, and eventually there'll be lots of madness going on here. Okay, so bit of a change there. Spearman, as that did, charged in and took out the down little spawn, so that's worth a victory point. The bird guy's in position, the witch guy there went over, tried to throw a grenade at that, it scattered back, knocked me down, it didn't injure me, but that ended my movement. The leader charged in over there and got taken down, and then was taken out when it came to the phase for the Ambull. This guy charged in and did a wound, but as the Ambot has 3 wounds, that didn't do much. He then got knocked down himself, and if it wasn't for the leader also going in, would have got taken out. These guys are over here. Everybody else, as expected, is all bunched up. Now, I didn't really think of rules for this, but each of those little spawn things is worth a victory point. Taking down the big guy is worth 3 victory points. Okay, so that's where we are at the end of turn 2. Oh, I should also say, this guy who got taken out is just in recovery, and the leader was humiliated, so he is in recovery and has -1 cool and leadership. So, as we can see, things are not going so well for these guys over here. Whereas these guys are relatively well set up. They've got a firing squad ready to try and take the Ambull down. This guy's ready to charge in over here. Papa Plague did some awesome work in close combat there. Flesh winding a guy, taking a couple of guys out with reaction attacks, or taking one guy out with reaction attacks and taking him out after charging in. So that's where we're at. I need to roll some permanent injuries over here to see what happened to them, but I think we're fine so far. And in my last short video, I didn't mention that Mr. Steel here has also been taken out. Okay, so these two guys are off now. Both of them are just out cold, so they're going to be back towards the end. These guys bolted and would not be able to remain within 3 inches of their owner, so got taken out afterwards. The Plague Skinners shot the Ambull with cursed rounds, which made it insane, which on the dice off of the Counting Crows got to take control of it and made it charge in over here. As you can see, it took one of the champions, Annapurna, out of action, and Mr. Smith is face down with an injury and would be coup de grace if it hadn't been for the one of the Chaos Remover being beside it. Over here, the Winged Nightmare over there, the Psyker, threw a grenade at everybody who was over here, taking out one of his own guys, pinning Papa Plague, and putting the Gyrinx face down. And Papa Plague got up, the Gyrinx kind of crawled beside him so it didn't get taken out of action, and then Spearman charged in and promptly got taken down. Over here, I rolled the injuries for these guys. They're all just out cold and safe. Whereas Leaper there actually earned experience from being knocked out. So he's got D3 experience. Okay. So, the Ambull coup de grace, Mr. Smith, who was over there, who just has to miss the rest of this game. The Gyrinx's recovery roll led to it going properly out of action. It couldn't keep up with Papa Plague anyway, who's now over there. The Winged Nightmare and this guy are hanging out over there, with these two over here. Anybody else who's been taken out of action has only been kind of badly hurt, so misses the rest of the game. And as of yet, no one has bottled, which is surprising. But we're getting there now. Okay, so still nobody broken. Papa Plague charged in over here against the Ambull, failed to injure it when he charged in. He then got charged in the back by Charger over there, which did nothing to him. Charger then took a flesh wound in return. In the Ambull's turn, it turned around and attacked Papa Plague, and fortunately his armour saved him against it, with the help of the psychic power from the Psyker there, Max Schreiber. And then he promptly turned around and has put it down. If he gets to go first, he will be able to take it out of action, or Bellaperna over there will just walk into combat and take it out, which would leave him free to fight over there. Still nobody broken, which is crazy. So that's it, that's the end of the game. Papa Plague managed to take out the Ambull, getting 3 victory points for his team, but over half of his gang dead, and he'd actually taken a wound, so only got 1 wound left, which actually came from Charger charging him in the back. The Winged Nightmare over here in his last action decided to throw a blasting charge, which blew him up. So if he doesn't get seen to by the doctor after the game, he will be dead. They got 2 victory points for the Carrying Crows, 3 victory points for the Plague Skinners, so that is a victory. Game over.